No bringing up dad's cocks.
No bringing up dad's cocks, at least on this episode. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the LadsCast. This is our ninth take at making a good first episode. For the other three failures, you can actually find them on our Patreon. Yes, this is our first episode, and we are indeed starting a Patreon as well. The reason we're doing that is because we have fucked up 3 episodes the other night trying to record, realized we got a little too drunk, talked about shit we really shouldn't have talked about, and didn't want to put them mainline, i.e. YouTube or Spotify. However, you can find them on the Patreon. Link will be down in the description. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get started on episode 1. Today, I am joined by one of our reoccurring co-hosts, Papa, aka Jordan. How you doing, man?
Good, how are you?
I'll tell you what, finally recovered from that hangover from when we were recording.
Oh.
We drank a little too much.
Just a wee bit.
Just a wee bit. You know, we did have some really fucking good stories, though.
Yeah, I had to drink a lot of water when I woke up the next day.
Nah, I'm not okay, no offense, I'm not worried about how you got over your fucking hangover. I was thinking more how much you had to drink to talk about fucking another soldier's wife while you were in the Marines. That's one of those things that I was like, holy shit.
It happens.
It happens. Yeah, is that like a daily occurrence? It happens, you know.
Yep.
No, so I'm realizing that we have to do the whole housekeeping, you know, the room clearing for the first episode. Essentially what the LadsCast is going to be, we're going to have a lot of co-hosts that that'll come in for some weeks, bounce out the others. It's really just whoever's available to record same day of week, you know, just every week, or same day of the week. And whoever's available will record it. The only thing, though, is I am not going to do solo episodes, and given that I'm the one that is recording this, whether it be everyone coming to my place or recording it, unfortunately, over Discord, like tonight, I won't be doing solo episodes. So we will also always have just kind of like a back burner of episodes where we can just throw one up if, you know, the week just doesn't end up working out for everyone. But ideally, the goal is we can have anywhere from 2 to 5 people on, not including guests, which we've actually got a pretty solid lineup for our first 10 episodes. I think, Jordan, you remember I was telling you about a few of them?
Yes, you did. You got a solid schedule.
I'd like to think so. One thing I was really and I'll tell you what, I probably will publish the that first episode, the first actual episode we did where I talked way more than I should have about my dad's dick. I might publish that privately on YouTube and send it to him to listen to when he goes to work. And the funny thing about that is my father works in a manual labor construction adjacent like atmosphere, and he's told me many times how just throughout the day he'll like run a nail gun through his hand on accident, staple it to a fucking wooden board or something, and I pray that he will listen to that episode while he's at work. He's sitting here, you know, ball sweat in this factory, just, I fucking hate everything I'm doing. Is my son talking about my cock on this podcast? Like, I hope he has to have that experience at least once in his life.
His other coworkers are listening.
Yeah, he forgot to like switch it to the earbud, so it's playing on like the Bluetooth speaker.
The intercom.
My
like,
dad's cock is huge, and everyone just starts kind of looking over at his station like, what the fuck are you listening to? Is that your son? How does he know that? How do we know that? So, you talked about bringing a topic to this first episode tonight. What was it? It was beers, queers, and steers? No, I'll pull up the text. You seem pretty confident that that'd be a topic, and we can talk about it. Let's see, where was it? This was before you gave me the... Was it before you gave me the aneurysm? No, it was
right after.
Right after, yeah,
Yeah.
Dude, queer steers and beers, oh my. Like lions, tigers, and bears from Wizards of Oz. Get it? Yes, Jordan, I got it. I understood.
No, so the topic I was going to bring up was... So, in the school system, did you hear that they changed the alphabet?
See, you told me this morning, and was it this morning or last night? I thought it was a joke.
No.
Well,
It's a
fucking stop being quiet and tell us about it. Fuck, dude.
so you know how the original song goes. I'm sure everyone knows how the original
You
song
mean
goes.
for the first 9/10 of it, it's A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then now I know my ABCs next time what you sing with me? What the fuck could they possibly have changed in that song?
So they turned the LMNAO, which is like,
No, you're lying. I already know where you're getting at. They did not change it to LGBTQ.
oh God, no.
Okay. Okay.
No, so you have to like add a pause now between those letters. And the way the song goes, it's a lot different than, the A, B, C.
Give us an
D.
example. You've probably listened to it enough
Okay.
times. Give us sing the whole thing for us from the start. From the top.
Okay. I haven't listened to too much, so I might butcher this. But it goes like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S.
Q, Q. My God, dude.
Shit. It was
Holy
like
shit.
P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. I don't know, some shit like that.
Okay,
But
so, dude, I didn't mean to expose you and your lack of the alphabet. I thought, holy shit, my thought process was, I'm gonna make him sing this. There's no way he can fuck it up and look mildly retarded on this podcast. And it's like you saw that opportunity and just fucking ran with it. L, P, Q, S, T. No, I won't lie. I'm impressed. I'm not trying to bash you. That was genuinely fucking impressive. But so they pause it so it's no longer LMNOP. It's LMNOP.
no, it's LMNO, and then it goes PQRS.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's a lot different.
Why?
Our kids are stupid.
Yeah, I was gonna say we
had to make it.
we happen to live in that state where they waived the reading and math requirements to graduate. Like, you no longer had to prove that you could read, write, and do math in order to graduate. We do live in that state, so it doesn't surprise me that they took it back to the origin, to the roots, and said, we got to teach them the alphabet all sorts of different. Like, it doesn't surprise me.
It's horrible. But yeah, no, like they just made it easier for kids that like couldn't understand because LMNO apparently was confusing them too much.
So,
and
in what part of the queer steers and beers does that fit into?
The steers.
Okay, we're still missing on the bingo card queers and beers. Do you care to elaborate? We can elaborate by what are you drinking tonight? What beers are you drinking tonight?
Well, I'm glad you asked that question.
You're gonna say I'm drinking a Michelob. I'm drinking a Keystone, which I'm pretty sure. Oh my God! Yep, I've literally got your Michelob Ultra and Keystone on my coffee table.
I was gonna say that's exactly what I'm drinking tonight, and a black cherry twisted tea.
Well, the twisted tea isn't nearly as bad as the Keystone Light and the Michelob Ultra, so I mean, kind of fair there. I myself am enjoying my second 6-pack of White Claw Green Apple. Shit slaps just undefinably hard. I used to be a very closeted White Claw connoisseur until I watched Unsubscribe, Donut Operator, all those people, and saw that they were drinking White Claws and thought, well, those are some big burly men. Maybe drinking a White Claw isn't that bad. They literally 3D printed a holster to attach to their belt to hold their White Claws, so it can't be that bad.
I love that.
Well, dude, my thing is like, hey, do you want to taste something, or do you want to drink something that tastes like lime or mango or, green apple, or do you want to drink fermented wheat, you fucking weirdo? I love carbonated bread. Yummy. Like, I've learned that I'm gonna drink to, one, enjoy the buzz, or in my case, getting blacked the fuck out. And two, I don't want to hate what I'm drinking. I want it to taste good. I'm not going to drink a Rudy Tooty fresh and fruity fucking Mai Tai, but if it's gonna get me shit housed and it's cheap, yeah, I'm gonna send it. Like, that's one of those like false shows of masculinity. Is like, oh, you drink something besides Budweiser, you fucking fruitcake. Bro, you beat your wife and drink your beer at room temperature. What are you talking about right now?
Well, I really want to. So I've been seeing them drink ranch water. I really want to try that.
You have been up my ass about ranch water since the first time we tried to start this podcast, and that shit was like 3 years ago.
Some ranch.
But the thing is, dude, so the state we live in, and this might be doxing us because I think there's only one state in the entire U.S. that doesn't sell hard liquor at grocery stores. The one state we live in, they don't sell ranch water because its base isn't it tequila?
Yes.
And even though it's like, what, sub 10% a can because it's made with tequila, they can't sell it here. So when I visited my buddy in Washington, because my buddy, so very long story short, my buddy Nolan, beautiful bastard, hope to have him on here in the coming weeks. When I met him years ago on Xbox, played a lot of Apex, we ended up meeting up in person. He came down to me from Washington. I kind of already doxed myself. It's fine. And he's like, yo, bro, you wanna go, get some Tito's and stuff? I'm like, yeah, I'll take us to the liquor store. And he's like, why don't you just go to Safeway? I'm like, what do you mean? Safeway doesn't sell liquor. What are you talking about, bro? He's like, what? And then my first time going up to Washington, I was like, hey, bro, you ready to go? You ready to go booze up? Because it became a tradition that every time we hang out, very first fucking thing we do, as soon as the other person gets there, they hop out of their car, hop into the other car. We go get our booze. We go get our mixers. We go have a good time. So he hops into my car. Or no, I hop into his car, and he takes me to Safeway. I'm like, bro, why aren't we going to the liquor store? He's like, what do you mean? And I remember walking to Safeway, going to the liquor aisle. And you know that meme from Blade Runner where it's like, you look lonely. I can fix that. That was me standing, looking at the half gals of Tito just stacked on the end caps of the last aisle. I was like, like, oh my god. Granted, Washington has a sales tax, but this is heaven.
Yeah, you can just drive down to the Safeway.
Well,
just grab a fucking gallon of Tito's.
well, and the thing is, like, we've got Safeway, Walmart, and the liquor store all within close proximity of one another, but you can't go to the liquor store at 10 o'clock to get drinks because the liquor store is closed. So I think, I'll just say it, here in Oregon, we're a very light drink crowd. Right? I'll make mixed drinks for friends or whoever. They're like, oh, I've never had this before. Yeah, you virgins, because you drink Mike's Hard. You only drink what's available at, like, Walmart or Safeway or Fred Meyer or the gas station. But, like, dude, everyone else knows how to party. Like, they're the ones that are like, hey, I just grabbed, like, 4 bottles of Malibu and it's 1 a.m. What's up?
Like, well, that's exactly what I did in the California thing.
Okay, no, I'm down to bring up that topic again. So, to those of you who don't know, if you're a first-time listener, whether you're listening on Spotify, watching on YouTube, not that there's going to be a whole lot to watch, I have a Twitch channel. This Twitch channel, I'm not going to call it successful, but we are up to 1,000 followers, and every year we do a stream in October called Spooktober. It doesn't run 24/7, but it is a daily stream that we do where we play scary games, we watch scary videos, we do a lot of like crowd interaction, like game nights with viewers, stuff like that. And so the first year that we ran this, the first year that idea kind of came to light, Jordan here was still in the Marines, very active duty, and I had a few drinks. I had a whole half gallon of Tito's, and my mixers and stuff, and I was making drinks, and I'm pretty sure I peer pressured you into going to the store and buying some drinks because your room was empty. It was dry, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah, it was dry.
And so tell me, what did you? Well, tell the audience because I already know, but tell the audience, what did you happen to buy on your little shopping spree, your little out and about?
Well, I wanted to buy something little fruity McTootie, so I went to the rum section. That's when I saw the Malibu pineapple calling my name out.
Oh, is that also where you got butt fucked?
Right, that's a different episode.
I felt fruity, so I went to the back corner of the liquor store and got my shit ran up on by Jerome.
name was Tyrone, actually.
Oh, my bad. I okay. When in Rome, I guess, or when Rome's in you, I guess.
So I bought Malibu, and then I was like, you know what? I need something stronger than that. And so I bought another bottle, which was Crown Royal. I think it was peach.
It was peach. Yep. I remember because I busted your balls like asking why you didn't get Crown Royal apple. That shit goes hard. I'm not a big whiskey guy. Crown Royal apple, shit actually goes hard.
So those were the two liquors I bought, and obviously a pack of cigarettes because I didn't. Vapes weren't really like a huge thing then.
Be honest. Did you smoke at least one cigarette in your room?
Oh yeah.
Guy.
We took out our smoke detectors.
Well, I'm more worried about inspections.
Don't worry about it.
To be fair, I feel like where you were stationed at, I feel like if they smelled that, you could get away with it if you gave them a pack.
I gave them a pack of beer, and I got away with it.
I was thinking a pack of cigarettes. Like, if they came in, why does it smell like a third-rate stripper's pussy in here? Sir, I've got a pack of Marlboro 100s. I'll let it slide. Next room! And then that very next room, you get GI'd. Like, you have to take everything out, take it to the parking lot, line it all up. It better look identical room to room, or I swear to God. No, sorry, go on.
I did get caught with the room smelling because we didn't know it was a surprise inspection, so no one knew shit was going on. And luckily, I had a 12-pack of, King of the Beer in my fridge, Budweiser.
Wait, and, Budweiser or Bud Light?
Budweiser. Fuck Bud Light.
So the ribbon red fucking cans. Goddamn heart of NASCAR right there.
That's PBR.
Nope, dude. Way back in the day, it was Budweiser.
Oh shit.
Dale Earnhardt and Dale Earnhardt Jr., motherfucker.
Well, fuck Bud Light. That's where the queer will come in.
Yeah, that's when so you keep that hidden in the back, lukewarm, so that drill instructor, the drill instructor that comes in, hey boys, time for your room check. That's when you pull out the Bud Light. Like, the Budweiser's for the dude that kicks in your door 10 minutes ahead of time. What the fuck are you doing? Sorry. I got just a thing for you. Stay right there.
Stay right there, son. So this was in the fleet, and it was a first sergeant that was just walking by, casually checking rooms. He was like, he didn't care about cleanliness. He just cared, like, what people were doing and shit. And so we get a knock. I'm like, fuck, it's first sergeant. My buddy and I just smoked a cigarette, so the room smells.
Wait, a single cigarette? You and your buddy smoked a single cigarette? Were you guys sitting here puff passing? Oh my god, that is the most Marine shit I have ever heard. You're sitting on the same bunk, like kicking your feet, like, it's my turn. Do you want to put it in my mouth for me? Like, we smoked a whole cigarette together.
We are not the Navy.
Bro said me and my boy shared a cigarette.
I gave him one. Okay. God, you fucking faggot. We had fucking no idea. We checked our text messages to see if like any squad leader told us about this, anything.
And you figured they would, because it's their asses on the line ultimately.
Yes, they would tell you like, hey, first sergeant's coming, get your shit cleaned. We're like, so everyone's like fucking freaking out. I'm like, fuck, dude, we probably got to give him the 12-pack of beer because we knew he'd love
the sacrifice. The sacrifice.
So we grabbed the beer. Our first sergeant was chill, motherfucker. He has the car, which is the combat action ribbon. This guy's seen shit. So
he knows what it's like to be at your guys' age and like still a little wet behind the ears, just trying to have fun.
Exactly. So I grabbed the beer. I walked out, and I'm giving him the proper greeting. I'm like, "Good morning, first sergeant." He's like, "Good morning." He's like, "I'm just here walking by, checking things out." He's like, "Is your room good?" I was like, "Yes, sir, sergeant." I had to shut the door because I didn't want the smoke smell trailing out. And then, he was like, well, I have to go in the room, check it out, make sure everything's good. He was just doing like a room inspection to make sure like we're living good. Like
Yeah.
no black mold and
No
shit like
rats that you guys are fucking.
Yeah. And, at this point, I'm just like, first sergeant, I'm going to be fucking honest with you.
Oh no. Because that's what everyone wants to hear. I gotta be honest with you.
Well, because he had to go in. And I was like, the reason why I'm holding this 12-pack of beer right now is because me and my roommate just fucking smoked a cigarette in there. Had no idea you were coming. He's like, oh, shit. And then, he was like, you know what? All right, I'll take the beer. I'm going to move on from this room. That was it. Never talked about it.
I would like to imagine a couple months down the road, he's walking by with one of those like Gator wheelbarrows. Not the hand carts, where it's like it's got the 4 wheels and a little handle that you can pull it with, and he's just collecting 12 packs.
12 packs.
And he's getting whoever's the lowest rank to carry it up the stairs to the next floor. Like he is just collecting.
Well, we had elevators, but they smell like piss and vomit everywhere.
Do you really think a first sergeant is gonna take an elevator when he can make like the fresh boys come and carry it up the stairs for him? Because there's gonna be no. Tell me if I'm wrong, but he's gonna get to that last room on the floor, and they're not gonna have an offering. They're not gonna have a sacrifice. He's gonna look at the elevator, that open door, and be like, "You boys gonna carry this up to the next level, and we'll call it even."
Oh, yeah, the boots would do everything.
Well, it's not like they had a choice. Well, to a degree, fresh boots do not have the choice. They got to.
Nope.
But
I remember my day as a boot.
There should be a day where you outgrow it. That's where the real boots come in, where you should have outgrown it. You should have been able to stand up for yourself, and you don't. So now you're a boot.
Yep. My first week as a boot, the first couple days in the fleet, our fucking company was on a field op. And so I'm like, oh, fuck. When these guys get back, they're going to be grumpy. They're going to be tired.
And you're going to be bag bitch.
And as soon as they saw us, they all yelled at us to come over here. The squad leaders took off their packs and handed it to us to carry.
Yeah.
They're handing us their rifles, their packs. I had to carry 2 packs and 2 rifles to the armory, which was a 3-mile walk.
And that's so each pack being 40, 50 pounds? A couple extra rifles kitted out, probably 8 to 10 pounds. So you're walking with 120.
It depends because in the field, when you're in the unit, in the field, you obviously need to pack what's on the pack list, but you can pack whatever else you want, like your cigarettes, your extra snacks.
Wait, so that video, what was it, a Marine that was like, it was an MP that fucking pulled up to that ass pocket pussy that was on the road? Do you think that was it? One of those like, damn, this bag is a lot heavier than the other one. What's in here? Why is it jiggling so much on the top half?
We did have massive black dildos to stick on people's doors.
Right, to stick on other people's doors. Got it. Yes. Got it.
It's dildo tagging.
Not up each other. Not up each other, just on doors, About asshole tagging. Level, but,
It was like a 10-inch fucking black cock on her door. Like,
yeah.
What the fuck?
I would laugh if an adult shop or an Eva's boutique, it goes on every base moving forward because of the fucking profits that you guys drive for them. Like, God, why do we have to stock so many black dildos? I don't know. The Marines just keep showing up and buying them.
Oh, God. But, yeah, no. Being a boot sucks. You got tortured. You got hazed as fuck.
God, I will never forget how drunk you got that night, though. Coming back around to the alcohol purchasing story. Dude, you drank both of those bottles.
They were like I necked them both that night and they were gone.
So I was trying, and I think the video, because that wasn't that the same night that we had Woozy on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have the video up on my channel, and I will put a link to that down below where you can see the regression. It's like you look at Jordan, it's like, oh, he's evolving just backwards. Like it started off awesome, and it just got worse and worse and worse. And fortunately, by the end of the night, and none of the parts where you really started to fall apart made it to that video, but there's another probably 2 hours worth of footage after the last clip in that compilation where you were chanting for demons to show up. You were speaking in like snake tongue, like it was like, brother, it was fucking wild. And I remember like sitting here like, I'm a little shithoused. Like, I probably couldn't walk a straight line, but this dude forgot where his bathroom is, and his barracks room only has 2 doors. One of them happens to be a closet. Like, and he couldn't find the bathroom. So I ended stream, and I jumped on FaceTime with Jordan. And I'm surprised, dude. I'm surprised you even either could find your phone or had it on you, let alone answer. The amount of shit you puked up. I don't know what the bowl looked like, but I know that was all alcohol and stomach bile. Nonstop. Because I don't remember seeing you eat a single thing. And that was like a 4 or 5 hour stream.
Yeah, that was...
Like, imagine doing that. Was that a Friday? I think it was a Friday night, wasn't it?
It was a weekend.
Imagine doing that on like a Tuesday night and then finding out last minute. Not only do you have to be 15 minutes early to the 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 15 minutes early. Just to piggyback on what First Sergeant said, but you find out you've got like a 10-mile ruck and you're just like,
oh,
no, I'm glad that I'm not gonna lie, tell me if I'm wrong, but you probably suffered that whole Saturday.
Oh yeah, I woke up just so miserable.
See, I've had those hangovers where they are so bad, like you wake up and you feel totally fine, right? Like your head is on the pillow, you wake up, you're laying on your side, and the second you start to try to sit up, it's like someone from behind comes up and smashes the back of your head with a fucking cinder block. And then you just can't shake it. And all you want is water and ibuprofen. And it's like, okay, if I have to do that, I'm going to have to get up and go to the kitchen, go to the bathroom, wherever. I'm going to shit my pants and vomit if I do that. And so you just stay in bed and you suffer.
It is,
like, that is the worst kind of hangover to have, man.
Well, so the thing about me is we had no ibuprofen, and so I had to walk.
Besides what Medbay had. Oh, you just snapped your arm? I can see the bone. 800 milligrams, how does that sound? That might have been more of an army thing, but Doc will look at me like, yeah, you got shot 5 times.
Did you change your socks?
Did you change your socks? And have you taken 1,000 milligrams of ibuprofen? Just walk it off. My leg is not attached to me.
You should have changed your socks, bud.
Fuck. So
you should have drank that Fiji water.
Did your brain repress the memory of that Saturday, or do you remember what it was like?
I just remember what it was like.
What was it like?
I don't really remember a lot that Saturday.
Did you jerk off while it's still in bed? Important question. Like, you thought, okay, well, I'm stuck in bed all day, but I got to get this out of my ball sack, so I might as well, crank one out.
I couldn't. I had whiskey dick. I was still drunk off that ground.
Wait, what time do you remember what time you ended up waking up?
No, it was late afternoon, I think.
Dude, we got off the call at like probably 2 in the morning. Because that's when my European fan base was starting to come in, and I was like, "Oh, guys, you're like coming in on like the back end of the stream." Holy shit! So you woke up at least 12 to 15 hours later, still drunk.
Oh yeah, I was still pretty out of it.
If you weren't a Marine, that would have been alcohol poisoning, bro.
Oh yeah.
But you didn't want to get your ibuprofen prescription from Medbay. That's totally fine.
It weared off towards the end. I drowned myself in fucking water.
Well, and so that's the point I was trying to get at, dude, because in the last year, so I've gotten really good at recovering from hangovers. Like, normally, a hangover will last me all day. I'll wake up around, like, on days that I'm not working, well, and some days that I am working, like 8 or 9. and I'll drink whatever water's available. And I use a blender bottle, so it's like, what, 32 ounces of water? And I will, in probably 2 gulps, neck that shit entirely. And then the headache won't go away. I'll prop myself up, get the blood out of my head. And I'm like, I still feel like shit. Don't want to get out of bed because it's going to hurt. And I'm out of water. And like that for me is the hardest part of getting over a hangover like that, where you get absolutely fucked the night before, is just that first trip out of bed.
Oh yeah.
Like, I would sooner piss my pants or piss into the shaker bottle than get out of bed. Like, it takes a lot to get me out of there.
I'd rather have the catheter shoved up me to get out of that bed.
Yep. God.
It was insane. It felt like my brain was being turned into a fucking diamond.
Yep.
Like the amount of pressure.
And it's all in the back. It's like right where your spine meets your skull.
Yes.
And all the way up to, like, if you're grabbing if you put a finger on the back of your neck right now and you trace it up about a third to a halfway up your skull, that's where the headache's at. And it's like your brain's being pushed back into that. It is the worst feeling.
Oh.
Fuck. Now, to be fair, I've only really, besides Tito's on occasion, I've only gotten White Claw wasted, you know? I can't imagine what it's like drinking a whole bottle of fucking Malibu rum and Crown Royale fucking bougie juice. Tell me
liquors that probably shouldn't have been mixed.
You should not mix rum and whiskey, bro. That's the only time segregation should ever be practiced. You keep the whites from the colors. Only when it comes to liquor. Tell me I'm wrong. Well, that's why you look at a Long Island and it's only white liquor. You know, no one's throwing fucking whiskey in there. No one's throwing... Oh, fuck. Jaeger in there, which I know is technically a form of whiskey, but Jaeger's its own fucking category of wrong.
I love Jaeger.
Oh, God, sweet summer child. That actually reminds me of a story. And, well, okay, we've done like 9 episodes of this podcast now, and I can never remember a story. And now I'm realizing, oh, that's because I'm usually shithoused when all these stories formulate, like when they get birthed into the world. Dude, me and a few friends that I had at the time, like this whole friend group, we were partying. More than half of us were under 21. So what it would be is the big brother and the other friends would go to the liquor store. We'd write our fucking receipts like we're getting rations and send them with money, and they'd buy whatever. I thought it'd be cool to buy... I bought Chumrada, if you know what that is.
Oh, God, that is good shit.
It's really good shit. And I also bought Jaeger. Now, the only problem is I forgot to mention, hey, get Red Bull.
You're going to make Jaeger bombs.
What I ended up doing was going to Walmart, and they were out of Red Bull. Somehow Walmart was out of Red Bull, and I was like, okay, I need an energy drink. What's going to be good? Oh, well, my boys are drinking Bangs. Okay, what Bangs do they have? And I'm sitting here at the self-checkout aisle where they got the little, like, mini fridges. Unicorn Sparkle. Got it. Let me just grab 3 cans of this. Worst thing I have ever put in my fucking mouth.
Unicorn Sparkle.
No, it's either Unicorn Sparkle or Unicorn Razzle. But it's one of those, and dude, it was an awesome night. It was a super fun night. We had this fat redhead who none of us knew, and he brought with him a skull-shaped and molded glass full of vodka. It wasn't Dan Aykroyd's vodka. It was like he brought it from the coast. It was like a fucking tonic from the wizard that you would play with in Dungeons and Dragons. Like, this shit was mystical. It was a legendary class item that he brought, right?
Oh, fuck.
And so we had some fun. Like, not a lot of people there were feeling him, but this dude, in a platonic, non-physical way, I was feeling this dude. Like, he was just this random dude that showed up because he was a friend of one of the guys, brought this vodka, him and I took a couple shots, and he was just the wizard lizard, bro. He was the silent king of that night. And there's actually a song I've got on my playlist. It's called Black, and it's by a Russian band. It goes so fucking hard to this day. I can't remember his name because, there was a lot of Jaeger and Skullfuck vodka involved and Chamrada. But, man, if you're somehow, by the grace of God, listening to this, I hope you're doing well, man. I do. Reach out.
All this to
Nah, bro was an unspoken king.
That's awesome.
Bro, I just heard a microwave in the background. What the fuck are you cooking? It's podcast hour.
Well, so like, guys, I haven't had dinner yet, so I'm making a chicken broth.
No offense, you could stand to lose a few pounds. Come on now.
Damn, you guys feel this? No, I have lost some weight actually. I've been on a little weight loss thing.
What weight loss thing? A relationship? God, the boomers are gonna love that one.
Now that my ex is out of my life and the stress is gone,
Hey, careful if your girl's listening to this. Just self-incriminate at your own discretion. We talked about that. That's one of the only rules of the podcast. That and no saying the N-word. So this is going to get published, and I'm not cutting that out. Just make sure that moving forward, that's what you want to say, because there have been a few things I've wanted to mention and say, and I'm like, oh, that's not going to look good on recording. I'm not going to say that. We'll save that for the bonus episodes. $5 a month, people, on Patreon. Actually, hold on. No.
$5.
No. So what we're going to do, for the first 3 months, we're going to do a $1 membership. After that, we'll go up to $5. But for the first 3 months, as like a first come first serve, you essentially pre-ordering, like the early investors, you can get the Patreon subscription tier where you can listen to all the bonuses, see everything for $1 a month, $12 a year. After the next 3 months, it's going to go up to $5. I think that's a pretty solid deal because I'm not expecting anyone to sign up to the Patreon for some time. But if you do, it's going to be $1 a month. You get to listen to bonus episodes. You get to listen to podcast episodes that get scrapped because we're either too drunk or we said too many of the wrong things, which usually those two things go kind of hand in hand. But I can promise you the bonus episode will have, what would you say, Jordan, 3 almost hour-long episodes?
Yeah.
The ones that we recorded prior to tonight. That were fucking hilarious in my eyes, at least.
You guys will love those.
Well, and I was thinking, so dude, I was taking a shower this morning, sitting down as I do because I was hungover, and just like, why God, why must I suffer in this mortal coil? But I was sitting here like, fighting a hangover and sitting out of the way of the water because I was getting too hot and just for whatever reason didn't turn the water like down. I was thinking, okay, do we want to take those 3 episodes, have me take a day of editing to cut them all up, turn it into 1 episode, censor what I need to, or do we put them on the Patreon as 0.5 episodes, like episode 1.5, 2.5, whatever it may be, and sort of start to drive that traffic there. And we're not necessarily looking for money, but money is nice,
Well, yeah, if I've been on jerkmate.com lately.
Okay, no, we're not doing this sticky shit. Come on.
So find us there.
We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Okay, I'll pull up some of the topics. We can talk about the kick pedophile hunting. I know that. I think, because we were both blackout drunk when we were recording that last episode. I think we talked about it. How do we feel about it? And not only that, how do we feel about the surge of small-time YouTubers and streamers that are now also doing the same thing?
Fucking Gideon? That's all I've seen.
So when I say Gideon, no. Was it Vitali or Vitality? I think one of the two. He's the one that pioneered this. Gideon came on as like a guest.
Oh god.
Yeah, that was. Oh god, that tasted foul. That is chicken fried rice, peanuts, Takis, and primarily green apple White Claw. That did not taste good. That was
What
not
the
that was not a good push. That was not a good push. No, but
fuck?
what makes me smile, like, okay, yeah, a lot of the quote unquote pedophile hunting that's going on isn't done adjacently to law enforcement, so we can't prosecute them. But, and I haven't I haven't watched a single one of these videos, but the clips I see, they have to have some sort of concrete proof that these fuckers were intending to meet up with a child. And then it's 9 times out of 10 they get the shit kicked out of them. Like, that's good enough for me. Like, that is just, maybe they'll get arrested, maybe they won't. You know, it's like the Chris Hansen effect, where they get caught, they have to face shame, and they get arrested. It's the Chris Hansen effect where they don't know if they'll get arrested, because Chris Hansen never once said, oh yeah, by the way, you're gonna walk out that door and get your shit pushed in by 8 sheriffs, or 8 sheriff deputies, you know. That's never happened. But these guys, they take away the mystique. Yeah, by the way, and one of the clips that I love the most, Vitali, he said, okay, I put $1,000 on these coin flips, and what you're gonna do, you're gonna win me money. All right, you're gonna call heads or tails on this app. I have $1,000 each flip, and if you get it right, maybe I'll let you go. But the second you get one wrong, we're gonna stomp the shit out of you. And to this sick human being's credit, he nailed like 4 flips in a row, guessing between heads or tails. And even Vitali was like, all right, cool. So in a way, he made $4,000 off a pedophile they caught. And I'm pretty sure they ended up still kicking the shit out of him anyway, because he's a fucking pedophile. Like, that's where I'm like, nature's healing. We're self-governing again. This is awesome.
Mother Nature's doing her work.
Oh fuck yeah. It is awesome. Before I move on topics, because I thought you would have been able to segue, do we have anything to talk about otherwise for kick pedophile hunting, or should I move on to the next one?
Honestly, I have nothing to say about that. Just, fuck them predators.
Fuck them predators.
What's worse than a child?
I guess we can talk about the well, it's between okay. I'm gonna give 2 topics, and you're gonna choose which one you want to talk about, all right? Trump assassination, the sequel, or Jordan slept with a married woman. Which one do you want to talk about? real toss up there.
I think the married woman should be on the Patreon.
No. The failed attempt at talking about the married woman should be on the Patreon. I think, to anyone that's made it this far in the first episode, where we're still getting our growing pains, I think they deserve to hear the story. And I know I've been doing a lot of fucking yapping this episode, so I think it's about time that you step up, like you're in, was it Pixar, or who made the movie Sing?
I don't fucking know. I've never seen it.
Whatever animation company made the movie fucking Sing. Fuck, you have not you have seen the movie Sing.
I've never heard
at least the first one. Sing. You absolutely have. Okay, don't start.
Okay, let me look it up.
Jordy the gorilla singing "Don't You Know I'm Still Standing Better Than I Ever Did." Jordy.
So that's
my son, Jordy. Fuck you. Okay, so we've got steer. Oh, we nailed it! Holy shit, we did it! Queer, steers, and beers. We actually nailed all 3. Wow, I was not planning on that.
I foretell the future right there.
Holy shit, that was impressive. All right.
Oh my.
And you fucking killed it, dude. All you had to do was shut up, and you fucking tell us.
This story's gonna be the oh my.
And fair enough. All right, I like that. Tell us, and expect interjection from me where it's necessary. Tell us, because this obviously was service adjacent. This was what's the phrase? Service. Oh fuck! When you go to the VA, service involved. No. You know the word I'm thinking of.
I do, but I can't think
I
of
know.
it.
What the fuck? Not service caused. Not service induced. Service related. Fuck me. So this infidelity, this wife fucking was service related during her time in the Marines. Please take the stage, talk about it. Because I remember the story, but everyone else I'm sure wants to hear it. They're probably edging themselves right now hearing about this.
Hey, she was cute.
Well, first of all, how old was she?
She was 25, and
Oh,
I
what?
was at the.
I was expecting 40s, bro.
No, that's a different story about the woman in.
That's a different married woman I
us.
fucked. Oh, are you talking about April? Which is not her real name, by the way.
Yes, I am.
It better not be her name because you told me her name was April May. I'm like, oh, so brother, June, July? Like, either that's not her real name and she's a stripper, or it is and her parents suck.
I'm gonna be real with you. April's her first name, but we're not gonna say her last name.
Yep.
But that's a different story.
One that we will not be telling because we're not doxing people on this podcast.
But okay, so the married wife, 25. I was 21 at the time. So I just went on to, so it was just late at night in the barracks. I was scrolling through Tinder, and then I got a match. I'm like, okay, this girl's cute. She lives like 10 miles off base.
Did she have any sort of indication on her profile that she was a dependopotamus?
No indication. She seemed like one of those, like, I guess, like small town girl vibes, where it's like not very like popular, like, but super cute, like that small town kind of girl.
A little weighty, wearing long light denim jeans, cowboy boots, and maybe like a black crop top or a black tank top or something like that.
Yeah, she was
cowboy hat selfie.
Boots.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, she's kind of cute. No indication that she was a dependopotamus. And so we talked for a little bit, and then we decided to, like, let's meet up. But originally my plan was, hey, let's go to the bar, let's grab a couple of drinks, just play it casual. So we agreed to that. So we went to the bar off base, had a couple drinks, and then as the night went on, we started to like getting to know each other a lot more.
Yeah,
progressing,
you wanted to put
obviously.
your dick in her. She wanted you to put your dick in her.
Yes. So she was like, well, let's go back to my place. So I was like, oh, okay. Like, I was just going to call it a night, go back because, that's not really who I am. But, at the time I was like, okay, I'm a little fucking horny. I need something. So in my eyes, I was like kind of shocked because I was like, oh shit, I'm probably going to get some tonight now.
Oh my God, what do I do? I've never, where are her balls? I don't know how female anatomy works. Sorry. I know it was a cheap shot. I'm sorry. One thing I do want to ask though, because dude, I have known you since middle school. No offense to you, you're an awesome friend. Like, you're an awesome person to talk to, like, as a bro. No offense, dude, your game.
It's not there.
It's not. So I'm trying to figure out, and this is probably saying more about her than it is you. But if I were to like just assume that you went about hanging out with her with your natural game at the time, obviously now it's changed because you've got a girl. But at the time, dude, you were like special education. Like, you were like, hey, you wanna eat chonk together? Like, you were not the Rizzler, as the kids say.
I still pulled girls.
Right. So looking back, because you must have, do you remember some, maybe the lines you used, or some of, like, as the kids call it, the Riz that you used, or were you just like all about natural conversation? Like, how did you?
Natural conversation, honestly. I didn't use any Riz. I guess I just had the aura in me, you know? I had 10,000 aura.
So, from what I'm hearing, she would have fucked a mannequin if it looked at her right. Like,
God damn.
no offense, bro. I'm just saying I was no better. All right, my ex
well,
at the time, my ex shortly after that, I had no right having. Like, I'm not bashing on you. I'm bashing on us, bro. We were so far left behind in terms
yeah.
of seducing women. And so,
Well, I guess it was the looks I had, you know? I was
ooh,
actually.
okay. No, go on. I'm
I had a
sorry.
good.
All right, that was a dick
God
move. It was a
damn.
natural reaction. I'm sorry. Oh
Okay, well,
fuck.
as I was going to say, Jesus.
Well, when you said looks, I imagine you just giving her like a lot of like pursed lips, like bad boy looks, like facially. I was like, that's where I initially started to laugh. And I'm like, no, it couldn't have been that. Must have been talking about his body. And then I was thinking about what your body looks like now. I'm like, no, it couldn't have been that either. Fuck.
well, well,
I'm sorry. I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna sit on my hands and bite my tongue. Just keep talking.
back in the day when I actually looked good, you know, because I had that Marine kind of style body with the, you know, abs,
So not
muscles.
quite jacked, but also not quite fat.
Yes, whereas just, you know, I can haul ass if I need
You
to.
could throw a couple cinder blocks if you wanted to, but it just doesn't look like you can.
Yes, I had the nice hairstyle. You know, I think it was just she just like went for the looks in a sense. I guess you know I've been told I'm charming though,
You are
and
in
maybe
like in the way that you see like an injured puppy on the side of the road. Fuck. Okay, that's the last one. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Did you mention to her? And this is a serious question. I'm sorry about that dig that I just said. It was funny, but I'm sorry. Did you mention to her before meeting up that you were a Marine?
no.
Bullshit. Bullshit. Every
But
Marine, it's their first line on Tinder. By the way, I'm 0311. If that scares you, move on. No, I
no,
know
I
for
did
a
not.
fact. I know for a
I
fact your Tinder profile said it for you.
no, it didn't. I
You
didn't
really
want
didn't
that
have
on
one
there.
photo in your of you in your fatigues.
Well, you also got to think that like in that area,
It's
since
common.
there's so, it's very common, and females know that you're a Marine
So you're
because of the
probably better
hairstyle.
off not displaying your Marine hood on Tinder because all they do is
Yes,
every day they're swiping left on Marines. So when they see a guy that's
yes,
maybe not a Marine but is very well kept, relatively in shape, then they'll swipe. Okay, okay, I like that.
yes. Well, I had a buddy help me with my Tinder, so
Was that me
I
or
it
someone
was
else? It definitely wasn't me. I could not have given
yeah,
that professional insight that long ago.
no. We cheated the system like that. But so anyways, back to the story. So we went back to her place. It was like a really nice apartment, and I was like, okay, there's no way she could afford this alone.
Oh shit.
Working at a fucking I forgot where she worked. I think it was like a hair salon place. She was like,
Oh, so she was a
anyways,
bimbo. Got it.
but I was like, there's no way she's like living here alone. Like it was a really because California is not cheap.
No, fuck
And
no,
next
it's not.
and living in an apartment alone next to the coast, not
Wait,
cheap.
wait. I see a discrepancy in your story. I see a discrepancy. If she was married to a Marine, wouldn't they have on base housing?
They decided to live off base. It was a
And
choice you can make, and you still get
okay,
BAH, I think. So yeah.
gotcha. So long as the
Um.
other spouse had that housing, that would be acceptable.
Yes. Well, from my understanding, she was primarily so maybe she lived here before with another roommate or something,
Oh, gotcha.
and he decided to move in with her. I don't know. I don't know the whole story. You know, but they were living off base. I'm not going to say the city. You know, privacy.
Bro,
But
who the fuck are you trying to protect?
no one. So the city was Carlsbad. It's where fucking. It's for those who know Carlsbad. It's where Legoland is, where they film Paranormal Activities at. It's kind of a popular city. It's a big deal. So she lived there, and so I get to her place. we had another like couple shots, and then she
Hold
like
on.
gets in her bed.
I'm sorry to interrupt. I got a Reddit email about. Can this be possible? And it's something about law stuff about a game for Pow World, and I hit unsubscribe. And it says, thanks, you/new_wing 8714 has been unsubscribed. That's not my Reddit account. Who the fuck created a Reddit account and somehow nailed my email? I know my email's floating around for spam. What Indian was like, I tell you what, I want to know all about the PAL world. I've already ran out of my emails. I'm going to use this customer's email to create this. I need to know what's going on in the PAL world. Like, what the fuck? I'm dead serious. It's you/_new_wing 8714.
What the?
I don't know. I was just sitting here in the background while you were talking, like, oh, that's a weird Reddit email. I know we were on there recently for a video that's never going to be released, so let me unsubscribe from it. And I was expecting my username to pop up. That was not my username. What the fuck? Now, please continue about the poor, blonde, stupid bimbo.
Yes.
Infidel.
So, for characteristics, she was fit. You know, she was attractive. Hella. You know, she reminded me of one of the girls that I've talked to down here. I will tell you after this is over.
No, are you talking about the other Marine?
What?
Wasn't there another Marine you were talking to that was pretty damn fit?
Oh yeah, I forgot her name though. Oh yeah, I tried to get you down here to hook up with her. Yes.
Hey, no, we don't talk about that. That's not even for bonus episode content.
I still follow her on Instagram. She's married now.
That doesn't surprise me. Give it 6 months.
You lost that chance.
Give
brother.
it 6 months. I don't want that chance. I'm just saying, give it 6 months. It's a military marriage.
He was nice too. But anyways,
He was not. Huh?
no, she was nice. She was nice.
The audio cut out, at least on my end. I don't know how it's gonna show up on recording, but all I heard is "he was nice." I was like, "What?"
Oh fuck. She, like female, nightmare.
Nightmare.
So this blonde, you know, she's blonde, cute. I'm gonna let you know who she looked like a lot after this. But anyways, so we had some drinks, and she was like, "Hey, I'm gonna go to my bed," and I was like, "Okay, cool. Where's the restroom? Because I gotta use the restroom." And so we went to her bedroom. She slowly got undressed, and I was like, "Oh shit, you know."
Wait,
So
you're
I went
missing, from what I understand in the story, you're missing a key part. Didn't she disappear relatively early on into the night of you guys being there?
Yes.
And what did she end up doing?
Okay, I'll get to that. So we were just hanging out, drinking, talking some more, but it was like in the comfort of her home, you know. So she gets up and goes to her bedroom, and I was like, okay, like this is weird. Like, what do I do? Just sit here awkwardly? In a sense, I thought she was like just ditching me, or like she was gonna bring some fucking dude out, you know. So
And you're just gonna get your shit ran up on.
So I was kind of like in a way getting ready to leave. Yeah. I was like, okay, you know, like I was, you know, like being observant. Where are my escape options if something comes out of that room that
you're not expecting? Tyrone,
yeah.
you're not a blonde woman in lingerie. What the fuck?
So I was getting prepared. You know, I had my phone ready in case I needed to call some boys. So I was just getting prepared. Next thing you know, she comes out and she's like, okay, like you can come in here. So I was like, okay. So I still had to like prepare myself, you know, just to be in a mindset. But then in my other mind, I was like, okay, maybe she was getting like the bed made, like cleaning up,
throwing some rose petals down, lighting candles, getting the strap on out. Yeah.
So that was like my other half of my mind thinking,
I'm gonna get pegged.
As soon as I walked in there, everything's like really nice. I'm like, okay, it's like a queen bed, nice TV. She starts like getting in her underwear, and she's like, before she was doing that, I told her like, hey, can I use the restroom real quick? And she was kind of like skeptical at first.
But keep in mind, bro, you're a dude. You got to take your like pre-sex pee.
Exactly.
Like to all the men listening to this right now, tell me if I'm wrong, man. But if you got to pee at all, you don't do it right, or you don't go into having sex needing to pee, because that just puts your boner in a weird place. Like it fucks with it. It does.
It's a weird thing. I've done it.
Hand to heart, I will say that if you know you're about to fuck, you pee beforehand, whether it's an hour ahead of time or 5 minutes before. Like you get that out of there, because our plumbing works a little weird. So if you know, oh, I'm about to fucking get in there, you're like, I should probably pee first, otherwise it's gonna fuck with my wiener. I don't want that. I just want to be able to come and not accidentally piss all over her. Obviously that last part's a little, not necessarily how it happens, but it does. It when you have a full bladder and you're trying to fuck, it's a very weird and uncomfortable feeling.
It is. So she was skeptical at first, and I was like, okay, is there another restroom? She's like, no, that's the only one. I was like, okay, just let me use it. I'll be in and out. And she's like, okay. In my mind, I was like, okay, it's probably just dirty. She probably just moved all of her like dirty stuff in there, Yeah. So that's why I walked in there, and it was kind of a mess, but not too bad. But then like I saw like some stuff laying around, and I was like, uh-huh. And so I looked at one of the pictures, and I see a dude in there. Literally,
wait, a picture of a dude or a dude just standing in the corner? What do you elaborate? You got to be better with your storytelling.
Yeah. No. So I picked up a picture and saw a dude on it. And it was like a couple's photo of her and this guy wearing a Marines dress uniform. And I'm like, well, that's strange. And then I looked at the ranks, and I'm like, oh, fuck, this guy's a sergeant. And then I'm like, well, that's odd. I'm like, could be just her brother, because it wasn't like very much of a physical like couple's photo. So they're like, okay, it could be a brother, it could be a family member.
The body chemistry, the pose wasn't quite like couple-esque.
Yeah, it was like one of those like fun poses,
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, like cool, could have been so I'm like, okay, whatever. Maybe she was afraid of showing me that because like her brother's a Marine, so maybe that's why, so I'm thinking all these things. And then I take my piss, wash my hands, and then I noticed something that was like in the corner of my, like not in the corner of my eye, in my.
Is it something only a Marine would notice?
No, not really. I mean, it was a fucking ring, like a wedding ring.
Oh.
on the sink, and I knew this was a wedding ring because it was so fucking like jeweled up. And I'm like,
shit.
I'm like, oh god. So I'm like, okay. So I'm like racing my thoughts. I'm like, okay. Why would a married woman be on Tinder? Was that man in the photo her husband? And so I'm racing all these thoughts, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm gonna get my dick in her. That was my thoughts. I was a little drunk, so I didn't give a fuck,
Dude,
too much.
You know what I would have done? I would have taken her first and last name, put it up on a bulletin board. I would have fucked her still. And then, is this your woman? And then just below, a picture of a back shot. Anonymously posted, of course. Take the opportunity where it arises, right? But get that man out of that relationship.
Yeah.
Did you make any attempt to do that?
I didn't know his name at all, so no.
Yeah, but there are other steps you could have taken. Hey, is this your wife? I fucked her. Your move. Like,
oh yeah.
One thing that also does surprise me, I'm not gonna lie. Should I have deployed like overseas and my wife be left in like, we'll say, whether it be Georgia if I went Army or California if I went Marines, people forget Tinder passport is a thing. Back in my heyday when I was learning French, I would Tinder passport to France and England. I'm not even kidding, bro. I would rizz up chicks halfway across the world. If I knew that I was leaving my woman, especially one that I married so young, and dude, this is not real love. This is You're a Hooters worker or a stripper? I want to marry you. Like, I would buy the highest Tinder subscription possible, and I would have my quote unquote passport set to that address, 1 mile radius. All right, is she gonna pop up? Is she gonna pop up? Like, that, okay, so it falls on that dude for being a bit fucking dumb. But, like,
yeah.
Not a lot of people realize you can do that, dude. If you're worried about your girl cheating on you, especially if you're having that long distance thing, dude, just pay 10, 20 bucks for that 1 month of Tinder. That 1 month passport to your address, because you can set your pin, switch your radius down to 1 mile, and explore. Like, and you'll find pretty quick, is she being genuine or... So to anyone, to any of our brave men and women out there serving, if you're worried about infidelity in your partnership while you go out to, I'm not going to say necessarily serve, because we're not doing a whole lot right now. We're not currently in a war, whether it be terrorism or the impending World War III. But if you're ever worried about that, remember, minus your Camaro or Charger payments per month at your 20% APR because you're a fucking retard, spend that $10 a month. Don't and don't try to fuck people on your Tinder. Don't add any profile pictures. Just in your name, add whatever name you want to. You know, Shock Rockvein or Chad McThundercock, whatever you want to do. Drop that pin on your house. Set it to 1 mile, and you will quickly find that shit out. Just saying. Just saying.
I feel like I know what Soapy's been doing lately.
Nope. I've in the past thought about that, especially with not the relationship I'm in now, but the one before that. I thought about doing that.
Oh, good.
I'm not gonna lie. Tell me I'm wrong, though. Tell me that's not a literal bulletproof strategy, because you're gonna recognize your woman pretty quick. Hey, I know those tits. Oh, and I know that face. Why did I recognize the tits first? Tell me I'm wrong, dude, because she's not gonna make her Tinder like private where only the people I swipe right on can see me. So I'm just saying, like make sure if you're gonna go out and lay your life on the line, you're not getting cheated on. You deserve that at least.
Fox.
Like, it's strategy, you know? Thank you guys very much for tuning in to the first official episode of the LadsCast. If you enjoyed, please consider subscribing. Patreon will be down, linked in the comments. Not the comments, the description. I'm already fucking it up. Do me a favor, though, before you go to bed, drink some water, have some Advil. Enjoy your evening, and we will see you on the next episode. Thank you guys very much. Have a great night.
And kick ass.
And kick ass.